All right, Infinite Tarot 888. All right, this is gonna be for. I was getting downloads right now on. You may be dealing with blockages. If you're wondering how is it, that I'm not able to overcome a certain situation. In other words, what is blocking you? What is bugging you? For some of you guys, you feel like you're taking 2 steps forward and 1 back, or 10, whatever. Maybe you like country music, something about Willie Nelson. Maybe you like smoking louder, it feels like, and maybe that's what you need to overcome, fuckers. So let's see. What is it that, and this is going to be all signs, starting with Aries. What does Aries need to overcome, or what's blocking them? What is it? What is their challenge? Okay, it says right here, crushed, damaged, broken. No, I feel with this one, you could be dealing with something from your youth. You feel crushed. It's almost like you want to stay in this energy of being fragile, broken, and it's something that you're holding on to. When in reality, your ancestors are telling you, let go. They want you in this energy. This is you healing the inner child. Look, nerdy. For some of you guys, this is being playful. I always tell you guys, this is the energy that God gave me the opportunity to reinvent myself. And this is, I want to be a nerd. I want to be something different. So for some of you guys, you can feel this. This is what you need to overcome. The ability to let go of guilt and shame is what I'm hearing. Like, be playful. Be playful. Immature, it says inexperienced and immature. For some of you guys, you could be experiencing that. You could feel like why didn't I get a chance to be more youthful or playful? And maybe you had to grow up too quick. And you're gonna heal this. How are you gonna heal it? By going within and saying, talking to God. I could tell you in an experience with me, it was almost like I had to go within and really look at what hurt me, and really look at things from a higher perspective, and really say, you know what? If that happened to me when I was young, and it was something very hard, like I wasn't expecting, you're going to learn that these experiences are part of your mission. They're part of your mission. You're meant to really look at them as a lesson and release the pain. And for some of you guys, you could have, because the youth is here, there's a bunch of like kids, you could be feeling that your brothers and sisters, they're looking at you different. Maybe they pick on you, or they did when you were younger. And it's something that I tell a lot of adults, when we're younger, it's easy to overcome a situation, because you could be angry with your sibling, and then in the next 5 minutes, here you guys are playing. You're playing around, goofing around, and look, judgment is here. And once we reach a certain age, pride steps in. So you're being healed, look, from the truth. So the truth will set you free. Look, for some of you guys, you've been trying to figure out something, and it could be something that was from the past. And look, you're going to find out what you seek. It's going to end up back to what I'm telling you. Once you let it go, because if you find out, for example, what I'm picking up right now, you may be finding out that somebody wasn't really fair. And if this happened as a child, I'm picking up, maybe there was a separation, and half of your siblings had to go one side, and the other side had to, with a different parent. You didn't feel the fairness. You didn't feel the fairness. Look, there's a Libra card. And for a lot of you guys, you could have been dealing with somebody that, even with money, they could have been hiding it from you. This person could have been acting like thinking of themselves. This could be a mother or father with the 9 of Pentacles. It's almost like they were, got muy chingona. And you're going to find out secrets that were hidden, but you already know them. Aries, they're within you. You have your intuition. And this is why there's going to be judgment. And I'm here, look, with this with the Ace of Swords, you're going to get the clarity you need. You're going to find out the devil. Whatever situation, you're going to find out the truth. It's a devil soul. They want you to really look at this situation as an experience. And it's going to be, you're going to be in this Queen of Pentacles, this energy. You see the rabbit going around. This is something you're going to learn. It's going to be very prosperous. What I'm picking up for you, Aries, is whatever experience you're about to overcome, you're going to be able to overcome it with this passion, this ability to inspire other people, and it's going to bring you money. It's almost like you go back into your purpose, because for a long time you carried these burdens. I mean, look, you're on the edge, and for a lot of you guys, you were or you are this close to really giving up, because you're like, man, I can't carry all this, and you could be either drinking or just over consuming some kind of shit, but you're looking over the edge. For some of you guys, you wanted just to give up, and the universe, God, and for I'm hearing your ancestors turned you around. But for a lot of you guys, this is part of your process. You see, you made it to the end of the cliff right here. And guess what? You're going to have this aha moment where you're going to look at things from a higher perspective, and you're going to see, because we saw the devil card, you're going to see that the devil was twisting the situation. Remember, we're not fighting people. We're fighting spirits. It says it in the Bible, We're not fighting flesh and blood, it's spirit, something like that. Don't hold me to it. And this is going to push you on this new journey. This is the full card. This is the beginning. You're going to look at things from a higher perspective. You're going to know how to forgive, to let go, and allow people to handle their own problems. So that's what I got for you, Aries. Sun, moon, rising anywhere in your freaking chart. For some of you guys, you breaking a generational curse, and you could be teaching the youth, or for a lot of you guys, a lot of youth look up to you. All right.
So, Taurus. Well, this card fell off, but we're going to put it here. Some of you guys, I saw like the inner childs. Like, some of you guys could be dealing with the Sydney that you haven't seen in a while. And then this person could have fucked you up. Look at that. And they kicked you. They betrayed you. They could have fooled you. Look, they were so focused on how to take your star is what I heard. In other words, your destiny. They wanted to be you. Taurus, this could be a friend, sun, moon, rising, anyway, chart. This could be a co-worker. This could be, like a friendship, a lover. But look, you stand courageous. Look at this. This is something about healing your inner child, because I saw two childs coming together. Look, you could have been tired. Maybe I'll forgive, and maybe I won't. And you're in the covers by yourself, and you're wondering, like, you're exhausted. For some of you guys, this is you holding back your energy, taking your power back. This is you not being a people pleaser. Oh, I'll do it for you. No, you stand 10 toes and you're like, you know what? And this is where you learn, because a lot of people, we rely on parents or other people that they're going to be there for us. But man, you're going to come to a realization that you're not the only one that gets abandoned. Fuck, remember, God says, I will never forsake you. And you're learning that, and you're standing tall. Look, you're being courageous. This situation that you're overcoming, just, it's going to make you unstoppable. A courageous faith. That's what I'm hearing you as. Look, for some of you guys, you could have been dealing, or you're like pan infinite. You just don't know, man. I needed help and nobody helped me. I mean, damn, look. I didn't even get a chance to get my shoes, and they fucking, after everything I did for these I heard son of a bitches, and they still left me out here, and all they did was laugh. This is right here, yeah. Laugh. I mean, while you were struggling. So you could be dealing with people that had they really had it out for you. They really laughed at your downfall. And for some of you guys, you had a passion, like love for this particular person, and look, they wanted to see you in this energy, and these two people, man, are females. And they laugh. They pull the fast one I heard on you. Nothing. But these two people here, look, you're going to have a whole community. It is like for you that was for my Taurus, for the Tauruses that were in this position where you lost everything, friends, family, whatever, and they left there. It's almost like they left you in the cold. Look what's coming. These people, this new soul tribe is going to be happy. They're going to be passionate, excitement, around. Look, these people are happy. They've been through the same stuff, betrayals and, people doing them wrong and everything, People are weird like you, fucker. Yes. You were dealing with somebody that was vengeful. They probably did witchcraft on you, but you still survived. You might have been out of here. Shit, I didn't get to eat my last fucking taco. Yeah, I'm telling you. If I was, I would have put on my fucking shoes, but no. Some of you guys are going to have this passion to go and help other people to overcome this witchcraft. God is going to give you this courageous power to be able to overcome that. And Boy, and somebody's gonna be stressed out. It's the person. They could have hurt you is avoiding you. They're avoiding you. They don't want to talk to you. But once they see this team that God is putting together for you, they're going to be, avoiding you, but watching you and bored. This person is going to go through a phase where they'll be by themselves. Because remember, what you put out, it comes back to you. And they're going to watch you, they're going to be bored as hell. Watching you celebrate. Having a joyful time, a peaceful time. Some of you guys could be traveling, being creative. Yeah. You don't care if you look like a nerd or nothing, but they're gonna be embarrassed when people find out how deceptive this person in the past. And so if you were thinking of being revengeful, no, let it go, give it to God. Telling you, some of you guys, give it to God. You were like, no, you could be in your ego man or woman. No, I gotta do something because they made fun of me in front of people. And for Pam, look, they're gonna be in this energy. They still are. See, they wanna look and feel like they didn't care to hurt you, but in reality, this is going to be how they're going to end up. Because for a lot of you guys, all you were doing was helping them. All right, so what do we got? War?
Gemini. Let's flush. Be dealing with plumbing issues. Gemini, look at this. You're on cloud nine. You could be having to overcome anything that has to do with love. But let's keep on shuffling because for some of you guys, not for all of you guys. Gemini, see, what does Gemini have to overcome? What is blocking them? Maybe you feel that you're not attracted enough after this betrayal. You could be numbing. You could be like, oh, nobody loves me, or you could feel ugly the way this person betrayed you. Gemini, look, excitement and intense for some of you guys. Look, you could be regretful. Nah, look, inspired. Okay. Gemini, for some of you guys,
what you're overcoming is a betrayal. Could have been from a lover, somebody that could have pretended they had a lot of passion for you, and you could have been content. And for some of you guys, if you left another person for this person, you could be in regret. You're thinking about like, damn, it was fire, boy. They were good and better, kind of better for some of you guys. I don't know, but they could have been to somebody, and it couldn't. It necessarily doesn't have to be sex for all of you guys. It could be somebody that just gave you energy, and they could have fooled you, they could have robbed from you, they could have betrayed you in a way where they tricked you out of your job. This somebody you could have recommended them to work, with you, and your supervisor ends up firing your ass and keeping them. You regret it. For some of you guys, you could be out needing to overcome being vulnerable. It's almost like you could have been dating somebody that told you that they owned all this, like a home and all cars, and they find out that no, look, that wasn't their shit. They're actually poor. They got kicked out or something. Look, they got humble. For some of you guys, this could be a married man or married woman, but you didn't know it. You were all. This person could have sold you a dream. Oh, we're gonna get married and everything. And you could have felt lucky. So for some of you guys, you could be not wanting to put yourself out there, and you could feel like this. You don't have to be like that, but go check Taurus. Taurus had this.
Gemini, it's going to surprise you. And look, nervous. Gemini, for a lot of you guys, this really could have hurt you. And you could be nervous because it's almost like somebody from your past has a lot of feelings. Look at all these pictures, man. And it could be like youthful. You could be nervous because for some of you guys, if you're a man, if you're a Gemini man, you're going to be surprised. Somebody that actually married somebody else or moved or disappeared on you, they're going to come back. You might find out you have some kids with somebody else, is what I heard. And they're nervous. They want to come towards you. They're terrified. For some of you guys, look, they could be famous. And some of you guys, yeah, for whatever you went through, Gemini, because it's not really, it could be just infidelity or something to do with, you could have lost your partner. And you could be fear of, wanting to go out here. And for some of you guys, if you were betrayed in the sense where a separation caused you to lose everything, You know, you were crushed. Look what's coming. Success, prosperity. What did I tell you? Somebody did you dirty. Some of them wanted you dead. Dirty, repulsive, nasty. For some of you guys, look, you're going to be nasty rich, bitch, like nasty. And look, honest truth, because for a lot of you guys, God seen you go through everything and you were honest. And somebody is avoiding you. But they're confused because for some of you guys, if this is a person that they could have left you at your worstest time, I mean, they could have chased after somebody else that they thought they had money and they could have, but they didn't want that your person for them. They wanted your person maybe to mess with you or something, you know. And they fell for the bait. They were curious. You know, you might have gave them clues. And look, you get success, baby, and you're worthy, baby. You the champion, baby. I see you dancing like a motherfucker. Lucky like a bitch. Fortune, yes. Put it in the comments, bitch. Okay.
So let's go to Cancer. Sun, moon, rising anywhere in your chart. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. What is up with Cancer? The color pink. Some of you guys can be, you know, love to wear pink panties, I heard. Something about the Pink Panther, so you could be like a detective, you know, or something. Or what are you overcoming? Heartbreak. I was getting off track. For some of you guys, you could be heartbroken over like a Pink Panther. Like this person could be, you know, sly, you know, I don't know. You know, the Pink Panther, impatient, anxious. You could be bored. You need to get over depression. I'm here. See how it's left? It's like, damn, you could be annoyed. And it's 1 minute you're annoyed, and then 1 minute you're right here, like, grateful. Oh, I am so happy that I got rid of this fucker, or a bitch fucker, whatever, you know. But then that, you could be annoyed, like, fuck, I gotta do this, and that. So for some of you guys, look, you could, and then you're feeling this energy of poor, like thankful, and then you're annoyed, and then you feel inspired, like some of you guys, look, it's heartbreak. It's like it always leads to heartbreak. So some of you guys are overcoming this pessimistic, you know, energetic, maybe you need to do an energetic cord cutting fucker. Yes, that shit, they could be attached to you or your sacral chakra. For some of you guys, you could have their hands and their energetic hands are still slapping the shit. And you can feel them, you know, like energetically. So you could be dealing with somebody that is also telepathically magical, you know, I don't know. So you're overcoming heartbreak. You're learning to let go and let God handle the situation. And it's going to bring you a lot of joy. Look, some of you guys are going to step into this energy and reclaim your energy. You're going to take your sexiness back. Yeah, you might not be wearing panties, but it's all right. You're going to let go of stress, and you're going to really get in touch with you. I'm feeling like a lot of self-love. And for once, you're going to feel like, wow, why didn't I do this earlier? Yes. You're going to feel like this. Silly. Why did I seek revenge? Or why would they even seek revenge against me? Look, that person that might have sent, you know, maybe they did you wrong, but they're going to fall out. Everybody's going to be looking at them like, are you okay? So once you overcome this wanting to be revengeful, or for some of you guys, you could be dealing with somebody that did you wrong, or I don't know, malicious, but you'll overcome it. Remember, we all make mistakes. Yeah, look at this couple. All right. Where are you? Yes. So, some of you guys, yeah, we're coming here. I think for a lot of you guys, Cancers, sun, moon, rising, anywhere you chart, for a lot of you guys, whatever you went through, this heartbreak, it's going to put you in a position where you're going to get creative. This is where you're spending time alone. This is you and God. For some of you guys, look, it's going to regain your confidence. Why did I say purple earlier? Look at the purple right here. I mean, the purple. I don't know why I said purple. The pink. You know, this is you with the pink going like, really? I'm confident? Yes. This is you, like, taking your confidence back, you know, feeling proud, even though people might have said you were dirty as fuck, but you're looking fine right here. There ain't nothing wrong. And one of the things that I'm hearing for a lot of you guys, you could be shy to come out. Look at the pink cards that are coming out. I'm telling you, you could be annoyed. You got to get out of this energy. For some of you guys, you can't even concentrate at work. And step into thankful. I am thankful for everything I have. I am thankful that I don't have, shitload of bills to pay. I am thankful for, being able to have a roof over my head. I am thankful for all the sex buddies you send me. God, I'm just kidding. That's not for all of you, but for some of you guys, I am thankful that I'm not in jail. Thank you. So, let's for Leo. Oof, look what I saw, Leo. For some of you guys, you got to get rid of this deceptive. It's just coming out like this. Look, there could have been jealousy. So for some of you guys, I got to say it like I'm seeing it. For some of you guys, there could have been a betrayal. It could have been over the phone. You were telling the little lies. And for some of you guys, look, somebody's about to find out. Look, you see this? It's almost like somebody's going to find out something that was hidden, that was being deceptive over this betrayal. Because, look, I don't know. I heard detectives are really going in with the what do they call this? This fine glass. And there's a computer. So, look, it could be fussy, but wait. You're going to overcome this betrayal. Look, there could be people fighting. You could have fought somebody. This could be a friend, man or woman, whatever. But at the end of the day, if you forgive, you let go, and you give it to God, you're going to come out resilient. Look, it's stepping stones right here. Like you're reaching to the top. You're being focused. You're being asked to stay focused, okay? Keep your eye on the prize in silence. Look, for some of you guys, somebody is going to be desperate. They're going to be, don't go. I don't know. This have something to do with charges now. For some of you guys, you're very mysterious right now. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, I heard. You could be in this energy, and of nerd. And what I got from this nerdy, you have this mysterious thing. For a lot of you guys, you could be doing a lot of research. It's almost like you're going to overcome the problems that you might have had in the past. This situation that you're overcoming, man, it could have been embarrassing. The shame. This is something that made you feel defeated. You feel defeated right now. It's like you don't have nobody. You're right here alone or nothing. Look, defeated, hopeless. Damn, that shit flew out. But look, if you changed your energy and the way you look at things and focus on the heart chakra to open it up, because forgiveness is not about the other person. Forgiveness is about you. So it'll set you free so you can move forward. What happened in the past happened in the past. Just some of you guys, you just deal with the guilt and shame. Why did I do this? Or why did they do that to me? Just know that you were lucky. Yeah, look. And for some of you guys, you're going to be surprised because you're going to feel like, how? They left my ass out, and this happened always in childhood. I had to deal with that, and I got abandoned here, or they didn't choose me at school or whatever, and you're not allowing God to work, like for the energy to flow. They're telling you, the green right here is your heart chakra. Forgive, let go, and you're going to be shocked. Because for a lot of you guys, you're going to understand that was always God's plan. You had to overcome this situation. You're going to learn not to be this petty, like, I don't want to hear it. Some of you guys, you could have been laughing at a situation that you put a stop to, and you holding your blessings by I'm hearing not giving a closure. And it's blocking this. You could be more ahead. That's just what you're going to be surprised. The other person that you might have been dealing with, they're not bad. There could be in this energy here. And this is where you're being called to. You're going to be like, what? Look, magical. Who are you dealing with, man? Are you dealing with the Wizard of Oz? What the? Magic. Some of you guys are going to be overcoming some kind of insecurities when it comes to your horniness. Maybe some of you guys could have been stepping out and doing other things that people will find out, and you're just going to have to deal with it. It happens. All right, what do we have for Virgo? I don't know. I heard horny toe. Okay, Virgo. Look, acceptance. For some of you guys are just gonna say, I am a horny toad. I love, doing crazy things. You're gonna be in your feelings because it could be heartbreaking that you have to admit this. For some of you guys, people could have found out it, but for a lot of you guys, you're accepting the knowledge of, yeah, you know what, I did break their heart. I'm sorry. Could have been a little bit impatient with this person, anxious, restless. This could make you restless, and you got to get over that. For some of you guys, you could be crushed. You could be overcoming some kind of a transmitted disease they could have gave you. Yeah, like you could have got a transmitted disease from somebody that you don't want to tell nobody that you were messing with this person. For some of you guys, people already know, Virgo. Yes, look, this person could be out there like, yeah, I did it with her, and you know what? People probably know it, but you caught something. You know what? And you're gonna overcome it. Not all Virgos caught something, okay? For some of you guys, look, I'm telling you, this came out horny. And look, youthful. Some of you guys wanted to be, out here, confused. It could be something where it was, man or woman. You might have been experimenting with the same sex. I don't know. You could be confused, or you're overcoming that. You could be left out. And for some of you guys, your partner left you for somebody, and you could be like, what? Be like, yeah, look, I'm gonna say, chingada, get out of here, and look, vibrate. Look at, yeah, you could be on your own. You climb to the top, and you're like, this person could have. It was an accident, but you didn't die. You're wondering, like, man, this person really kicked me off the cliff and pretended like, where are you? Like, this person could have tried to set you up so you could die. You're tired of hearing the excuses, But there's a mysterious, like, you're gonna win mysteriously because if you lean on God, you already know. So you're overcome that, okay? Some of you guys could be having dreams, and you're overcoming your nightmares, and you're realizing if they're doing brujeria, witchcraft, you're going to realize that once you pick your vibration up, they cannot harm you. So get into this energy so you can fight the brujeria. Some of you guys, yes, look, they wanted to attack your sexiness. And they're saying to, some of you guys might go commando, like where you go no panties. It's going to feel real genuine, and it's going to bring you this youthful. Maybe that's what got you in trouble, so don't do that. Yeah, look, passion. Puro pinche passion. Man, like you've never been this. I don't know, picking up on an older person, like this. If you're a man listening to this, or if you're dealing, ladies, with a man, he could be like older and as fuck. He's like hitting like 4 rounds, and you're nervous, like I can't take it no more. You could be terrified the motherfucker could have a donkey dick. I don't know. Well, that's what's coming to you. Lord have mercy, Virgo. You might not be walking for a while. Look, impulsive. You could be like, well, all right. So let's go to Libra. 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 Mm. Libra, you could have changed. Like I feel you made a change, and it was for your better good. It's almost like people could be laughing, and if you switch, for some of you guys, you could have switched religion, and people don't believe you. Or for some of you guys, you were feeling numb. You were wearing a mask. It has to do with passion. Maybe you're leaving your past behind, or you have to overcome, this past, and you could be in this energy of, well, it was in the youth. It was when I was young. I used to, I would give my nalgas to anybody, and for some of you guys, you were led by passion. Not all of you guys, because for some of you guys, you could have been real petty, and you could have said, you know what? Since you cheated on me, I'm giving the nalgas to everybody. And it could have been people that were close to your person. You did it with intentions to crush. This is not for all of you guys. And I mean crush. Maybe you enjoyed it, maybe you didn't. But for some, you could have left your person like this, or this is you like, why did I do that? And I always tell you, ladies, don't do that shit. It's not good for you. But you could be in this peaceful, and this is how you're gonna overcome it. This is you going to God. Jesus will forgive you. Yeah, you could be, look, when you come out of one of those, when they baptize you, you're gonna look so cute, and you just need to make that leap of faith. For some of you guys, look, you're finding a connection with God, and you could be a little shy. For some of you guys, you could have been a little shy, and they could have win. You're overcoming that. That kind of no, you're not gonna get it, chiquito. You know, you could have been proud. You could have been holding on to the chiquito, not giving in, but you kind of were shy. It could have slipped a little bit in there. I don't know. This is for entertainment purpose, and you could have been depressed. It could have been something that maybe people found out, or they had a video and you don't know why. It's kind of, nobody wants to tell you something, and you could feel like you passed out. What happened? You want people to be quiet. I don't know. You're overcoming something that you could have done in your crazy moments when you were young. It could be simple as running butt naked in the neighborhood. Who knows? You could have been drunk, man or woman. I don't know. Oh yeah, chingada, look turned on. Yeah, you didn't think they were watching, and it could have been somebody's other man. It could have been your person's sibling, or something. This person could have been jealous, or you could have done this to somebody, and you're overcoming that. Not for all of you guys. You're gonna be thankful, because once you put this out, look how courageous. Yeah, I was deceptive, and who cares? Some of you guys feel like you got betrayed. Somebody could have spread these rumors and they were true, but you're like, fuck it. It's not like they don't have secrets. They're hiding. All of us have it. So you're overcoming this energy, and they could be sending chaos magic to where you're in this energy and you're overcoming it. Look, at work too. It could have been at work. For some of you guys, you could have been shy and they caught you on camera, bitch. You could be walking away. For some of you, yeah, I don't know. Let's keep it pushing. What do we have? Scorpio. Look, you came out quick. Look, Scorpio, you embarrassed. You could have took somebody else's man or woman or something like this. Woo, and you feel depressed. There's a lot of envy. For some of you guys, yeah, you're overcoming that. You could have been petty. No, I'm not going to do this. Or you could have been too. No, I'm hearing you were too confident. Maybe you didn't want to lose a certain person, and you're realizing that you were not, what do you call it? What am I? Compromising. This, for some of you guys, you could have been, curious. Maybe it was, curiosity, whatever. You could have been drinking, and you're like, what? And this could be just something where could be even with the sibling. You're like, fuck, that's my brother, but maybe from two different families. For some of you guys, some of you guys could have got curious, went online, and found out that you had other brothers from another mother. Different. You could be confused. How? Some of you guys are going to find out. This was, when you were young, you were left out. Your person could have started another family somewhere else, So, but look, the family gets bigger is what I'm hearing. Look, you're going to be realistic. You're going to be grounded. You're going to be practical. If you're a lady listening to this, you could be pissed off because your person could have got somebody else pregnant, and here they are bringing another family. Like more, something like that. For some of you guys that look lonely, feel your person, you could be mad. Your person could have. Avoid genuine. You could be overcoming somebody not being truthful with you. For some of you guys, you could have found things in the computer and they were talking to another person, and you don't trust no more, especially if they have another person. When it comes to having another family, look, you could be like, well, you could be doubtful still and tired. For some of you guys, you're overcoming. What am I, Scorpio? Scorpio, for some of you guys, you're overcoming. You need to overcome being so like not everybody's gonna break the trust. Some of you guys could have been dealing with somebody that they abuse, the trust and everything. You could be checking their background and if they're doing this, and you could be going overboard, like, where you do the GPS and all kinds, just something where you're overcoming untrustworthy. Like, not everybody's going to cheat. Not everybody's going to, spy on your ass or something. And you could be in that energy where you want to know where they're at, who they talking to. You could put shit in there, look, because somebody did you dirty in the past. And this person could be genuine. It's almost like you avoid good relationships. All right.
We got Sagittarius. Sagittarius. What do we got for Sagittarius? Sagittarius. You have memories and impulsive, and you could be confused. Some of you guys, Sagittarius, you could be overcoming not reacting. For some of you guys, you could have been reacting. You could have lost good times. You could be impulsive. You're not sure where you want to go. You're confused, but why? Maybe not making a decision. Some of you guys, Sagittarius, you could be in this energy and jealous because somebody left you and, and you feel like shit. I feel like Sagittarius, you could be in an energy where you feel like, no, I just want this person. I want this person. I'm petty. I don't want nobody else. And the universe is trying to get you somebody else is what I'm hearing. You have, something else, but you're embarrassed. It's almost like if you were this cranky old person, you could feel like, who's going to like me? I don't ever go out, man or woman. But if you see this picture, there's somebody else, Sagittarius, that is a homebody just like you. Or whoever resonates. They're bored. And you're bored. And both of you guys are focused on, on how embarrassing it was that they left me and then this and that, if that's what was the case. And the universe is telling you to be creative. Put your passion out here. For some of you guys, you could be meeting somebody when you go to a creative workshop. It's almost like Sagittarius. There's a person that God has for you that's probably been through the same thing. They've worked through their healing. They've done the work, They could be confused. Like, man, when is somebody going to pop up? Both of you guys could be, thinking or expecting that God is going to come over there with the helicopter and drop you this person and knock on the door. And God is going to be like, here's your person. No, bitch, you got to get out. You got to get out. And, for some of you guys, you just got to accept, like, the inner child. Some of you guys are going to, I don't know, for some of you guys, it could be mysterious. For some of you guys, you could be feeling, this insecurity, but you can feel something or someone's coming towards you. For some of you guys, just gotta keep it real. You could have been needy, or maybe you could have been fighting instead of being, I'm here making love. Y'all were fighting. Y'all could have been right here. She was right there, or he or she pull it out, and look, you guys could have put out the fire. So, some of you guys, you have somebody you could.
Capricorn, the devil. What do we got for Capricorn? Some of you guys could be moving. Some of you guys are ready to move. You don't know where you're going to go, but you're ready just to go. Some of you guys, I see you guys get in the U-Haul, and it's almost like, let me go as far as I could go to the other side of the damn universe. If this U-Haul could, be an aqua truck, the ones that go into, they're like cars, and then they go in the water, and you're like, fuck, I want to go. But you don't know how you're going to do it, if you would make it. Some of you guys are doing it out of revenge, or some of you guys, out of spite. It's almost like, I just want to leave. I'm not. And you're overcoming that. Maybe in the past you did that, and all they got you was to be lonely. So Capricorn, you're regaining your confidence. You're overcoming a revengeful crap that you might have done. And maybe you could have seduced somebody, overcoming because you were lonely. It could have been revengeful. You could have did a revengeful, what do they call it? Cheated out of revenge. Fuck, and all it did is give you depressed. It's almost like, why? And brought you loneliness. And look, everybody, Capricorn's right there. And Capricorn, this is not you. It's not for all of you guys. Like, you guys are not all perfect. You are the devil of the tarot. You can't just say, it's not me. I'm mystical and all kinds of shit. You could be saying yes, but You could be terrified, or for some of you guys, you come around the block and you're learning to be more magical, sexy, giving out that energy instead of being like this, because you could have been the wicked, wicked witch of the West, and maybe you're moving to the East. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm telling you, look, you're overcoming that. Yeah, you expose sensitivity. You're going to be like, ay, ahí viene la bruja, the witch. Yeah, look. So maybe you're overcoming, being spiteful, being revengeful. You're going to get more in the passion. And for some of you Capricorns, I got to say how it is. It's almost like you had a passion. You're overcoming this passion of, being revengeful. Yeah, look. And then you want to fucking put witchcraft on all your employees. Do this, do that, and I don't know. Let's go to Aries. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, anywhere in your chart. Okay. Aries, some of you guys, loneliness, depression, and betrayed. Okay, you're too focused on that. You're gonna overcome it. Come on. Some of you guys, you're putting like a lot of pressure on you, on yourself. Look, you need to step into this energy, and you're like infinite, but they laughed at me. Yes, and I'm hearing, they stood you up for Valentine's. Maybe it's your birthday on Valentine's or something. And you feel like you just got played or look, all fuzzy. So some of you guys are overcoming a rejection, the spirit of rejection. You're letting go. Look, you're tired of it. You're terrified. Oh no, what if they do the same thing to me? What if they just hit it and quit it? What if maybe you gave up the chiquito too soon? Leave that for, when you get married. Look, you could have passed out. And for some of you guys, you're on cloud nine. So maybe you're letting go of falling in love too soon. Some of you guys, you're like, I'm not giving it up. And you might say this all the time, Aries. I'm not giving it up until the 6th date. You don't even make it to the date and you're already pounded. So some of you guys, slow down. You're not going to give yourself freely. You're going to pull back your energy, and you're going to be surprised how you overcome these insecurities. Because for a lot of you guys, you're like, man, but I'm horny. Maybe you've been, been celibate for a while. But you're going to realize that you're going to overcome all this. Because you could be dealing with a Sagittarius. For you, Aries, you could be like, fuck, but I get cranky. I need a fucking bust a nut, man or woman. You could be surprised how for some of you guys, I don't know. I can't say nothing. They said, look, you could be bored and you could be terrified. Yeah. Thinking that you're never going to overcome. Because I feel like I was going to say curse. For some of you guys, you feel like, why my curse? I don't know. But for a lot of you guys, once you pull that attention, that energy away from that, and you get into this creative side and you build up your self-esteem, look, you're going to be humbled, but look, you need to shower all your stress, all your, the spiritual, whatever you feel that they attach to you, do a cord cutting, be confident. For a lot of you guys, you might need to wear pink or get out of this energy of feeling, oh, I don't have love in my life. I can't do it. Why doesn't anybody love me? For some of you guys, you could just stop doing drugs or alcohol or whatever you guys are doing that makes you fuzzy like that. You could be embarrassed. So you're going to overcome it. Okay? So you're going to be in this energy and don't go to this extent. If that's what you're overcoming, yeah, look, because it could be heartbroken. For some of you guys, you could be hurt because you feel like the person that smashed you last or that was with you, they were playing with you with magic, and you could be tired of that. Like, when you could be nostalgic of the last person that did that to you. Focus like, what? So that's what I got for you guys. That's what you're overcoming. If you feel left out, bitch, I would be happy as hell. My masculine and feminine energy coming together, And which way are you going to go? You have a choice. God gives you free will. Where you want to go? You want to go that way, that? And stop being regretful. This is for all of you guys. Don't regret nothing. Whatever you did, if it was that, pues you came to do that. Just make sure you clean your chingadera real good, okay? Yes, it says clean it real good. For some of you guys, you want to do it with the person you're at, and you're in the restroom, man. And you're like, fuck, but I didn't shave down there. I didn't clean that good. But you're on cloud nine, but I really want it. You know, you could be mysterious. Hey, what do you come out the room? You're trying to be creative. How do I clean? You know, not for all of you guys. You're gonna be heartbroken because some of you guys, you're not gonna be able to do it with the person you're trying to be revengeful. It's not gonna work. You're gonna feel betrayed and embarrassed if you're a man, your shit is not gonna get up. It's gonna be like a noodle. God is gonna say for my ladies, you're gonna have diarrhea in the middle of it. It's gonna be embarrassing. Something's gonna happen, but it's all for your greater good. God wants you to cleanse yourself, okay, of this heartbreak. Leave it in the past, even though it's confusing. To really let go and why? Maybe it was embarrassing. Who cares? You know, the universe. Look, you're stressed out. You feel silly, but the universe wants you to be passionate and to really look at things from a higher perspective. So that's what I got for you. Infinite Tarot 888. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, and comment.